Growing up as a boy band member was lots of fun. I mean, I was 16 when I started. Everyone's in high school at that point, so you're just learning about life. And I got to learn about life on the road, and actually seeing things. And it was so amazing to travel around the world and be able to experience these things firsthand instead of out of a book. And doing this also with your four best friends and brothers, and they're older than you, and they're teaching you things maybe you shouldn't be taught at age 16, but you had to grow up really, really fast. But, it was just a lot of fun. I mean, you can imagine being that young and being on your own and traveling with your friends and just kind of having the world at your feet. It was just a lot of fun. At the beginning of NSYNC, I was 16, and we were an a cappella group. So we didn't have any money or anything to buy tracks and all that kind of stuff, so we just wanted to get a record deal, but our sights were pretty average on if we could just get big in Orlando and we could play like Disney World and Universal Studios and just be like a local band, we were happy. That's as big as we really thought it might go. It took a while to get anything happening because we were together for a year. I moved to Orlando and nothing was happening. We were rehearsing every day and I was still in school, and it was just really demanding. And by the end of the summer, almost a year to where we got together, I was ready to, kind of pack up and go back and finish my senior year in high school. And I told the guys, look, I'll be back, on weekends, we'll still do this. And that's when a German record label called and said, hey, we want to sign you guys. And 3 days later, we were on a plane moving to Munich, Germany. I mean, we'd always dreamed, of course, that we'd be bigger than the Beatles. Everyone always dreams or imagines what it would be like. But honestly, our realistic idea was we would just hopefully just be a, local band, whatever. But then it just kind of blew up after that. The paparazzi and the media was a huge reason for me coming out. If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't have basically given me a good kick in the butt to come out. It's impossible to go anywhere, without someone seeing you or, someone talking about you. 80% is probably not true, but, people love gossip. People like to feel a little better about themselves, and so that's why all those blog sites are so popular and all the magazines are so popular. And that's just part of the territory. If you're in the entertainment industry, you're there to entertain. It sucks that it can't just be your talent, but, they like to get into your personal lives. I don't mind at all anyone looking into my personal life if it helps others, be a better person and be themselves. But yeah, the media definitely helped me inch out of the closet. Well, I guess jump out of the closet in my case. The one thing that I was scared of when doing this, because I really didn't have much time, I had just literally a few hours before the magazine said they were going to run something. So, I decided to do that with, People magazine, and they did such a great, interview, and, it was a very positive article. But every single press thing I was so scared of because I'm like, okay, they're going to make fun of it. They're going to make fun of me. I don't want to hurt the gay community by coming out and people making fun of me because that's only going to scare people even more to stay in. They're like, oh, look what they did to Lance Bass. If I did it, they're going to make fun of me. But I was so impressed how everyone handled it. And, I mean, from the Jay Leno's to David Letterman to all those people that instead of making the funny, rip-on-me jokes, they made it in a very positive, funny way, where it's kind of it's not a big deal, and they're basically making fun of the people that think it's a big deal. That made me very, very happy. I kind of left the country for a little bit during that week. I just didn't want to be anywhere, but I came back to just an overwhelming support system, and just a lot of great things were said about it, so, I couldn't have been happier. Well, I've not had one regret about coming out. It's a very hard decision to share that such a personal thing, with the world. I'm a very private person, and I've always, kept my private life private as much as I could. So this, being the number one most private thing in my life, it was a very difficult decision. It's something that I've known my whole life, and it wasn't challenging. It didn't scare me, and I totally understood exactly who I was. It's just something I just didn't think the world really cared about or needed to know. But then it just kind of, I guess the rumors got out there and people really started getting interested in it. And I thought it was about time I did share my story because a lot of people were interested. And I realized, what, it'll help. If this helps in any way other people out there going through the same thing I'm going through, and show that it's not a big deal, that you can be out and proud and, you know, and have an amazing career, and you don't have to be, you know, the stereotype that everyone loves to, you know, put on, you know, the gay community. You know, I really thought about that, and it really worked. I mean, I have so many people, I mean, every day I have guys and women coming up to me saying, you know, because of what you did, I came out like the next week, or it took me 6 months, whatever, but, you know, it really did help a lot of people in the same situation as I, especially growing up in a religious family and that kind of background, and from the South, where it's, you know, really taboo to be gay. It really did help a lot of those people struggling with those inner demons for themselves, thinking it's so wrong because of what they've been taught, and not just what society looks down on, but what they really personally and inside were taught and knew was wrong, you know. But now, having those people come up to me saying, you know, now I know that it's, you know, it was a mistake. You know, there's lots of things that were misconstrued, you know, as a child and growing up and learning different things. And as long as it helped other people, you know, it was an amazing, amazing experience.